Beautiful morning today, and I'm lucky to have this huge field 5 minutes away from my home. Did Nordic walking here in winter. Man, it was so hard because there was like knee-deep in snow, and it's super difficult to walk with, you know, my hiking poles. But now I parked my car here. There's a parking spot. There's two schools, one here, one here, and I just walk like this around the perimeter where that flag is in the distance, and like this. And it took me over 10 minutes, and I was walking pretty fast, so which tells me that that's at least 1 kilometer, one click, or like 0.7 miles. And so I walked for 36 minutes, so I think I did at least 3 clicks, you know, so feeling good. And I woke up this morning thinking what kind of video I can do for fans of Challenger and Chargers. And we already established that there's not that much difference on the outside, right? Thinking more about this, I found one more feature. So basically, of course, there's a compared to you know, the Challenger 392. So I think I'm in a very good position to do this comparison, because I've been lucky to own a 2018 white Dodge Challenger Scatpack 392 with a 6.4 liter engine, and now I have 22 blue Hellcat, a regular Hellcat with 6.2 supercharged engine. And so as far as I remember, all funds are Canadian. The Scatpack, the price on the price they sold it me for was 52,000 Canadian, right? This is pretty much exactly double that. And so what do you get? Let's say, oh, and when I had that Scatpack, every second day somebody would come up to me and say, hey, is this a Hellcat? Because most people have no idea what the difference is, so they assumed that my car was the Hellcat, but it had exactly this, except now I'm thinking, I watched actually my old video where I was picking up the car. It had the same two air inlets, but they were in here, they were in the middle, right? And also this part is slightly different because this Hellcat has a supercharger, right? So it needs a intercooler. So I think there's just a little bit more space here. And then of course it has this adaptive cruise control camera. But then here you have SRT with the logo, which of course the Scatpack does not have, and you have this open for additional air. So it's still a headlight, right, but it's empty inside. And I think it's only, I'm not sure if this one is functional. Somebody was saying that only that one is functional. But yeah, so you have a different location of these inlets, slightly bigger lower part, and of course the logo. And the tires, I think when I had that, so you see these are 275 40/20 Pirellis. The regular 6.4 Scatpack comes with smaller tires. I don't exactly remember, but I remember it was the same 20-inch wheel, and I had issues with traction because it's still 45 horsepower on the Scatpack. That's pretty good. And I switched to this size later, which was not a very good idea because the car became lower, probably by an inch, because those tires were smaller. But other than that, if you don't pay attention to the Hellcat logo and the scoops, inlets, and 275 tires, like, where did the $53,000 go, right? So 52,000 for the Scatpack 6.4, 105 for the Hellcat, right? So same here. And spoiler, the rear is the same, right? Sunroof, I think, yeah, mine also had a sunroof. Same mirrors, only have okay, so here, so I was thinking, I came up with an idea. So let's say we take some attractive girl that likes muscle cars. Sorry, it's a bit chilly and windy, and we put a blindfold on her pretty head, and we put her inside behind the wheel so that she doesn't see the outside, in case she's very smart about minor differences between a Hellcat and a Scatpack. And when she's inside, we take the blindfold off and we do the experiment. Will she or he notice? Yeah, it depends how he or she identifies, right? You gotta be careful with these pronouns nowadays. You gotta be politically correct. So will this person be able to identify that what car they're sitting in? Are they sitting inside the Hellcat, or are they sitting inside the twice cheaper Scatpack? Well, actually now Scatpacks for some reason became crazy expensive, right? So again, in Canada here, from 52 Canadian, they jumped up to like 65. You know, it's like, I probably should have kept that Scatpack, you know, I would have made some money on it, selling it used. But I got a good trade-in value, and that's how I got the Charger. And then I got the good value for the Charger. Actually, I don't think I lost any money, honestly, because I think dealers were anticipating this increase in demand. But anyway, so we're sitting inside. What do we see? If you're opening the door and you go inside this car that's 2 times more money than a Scatpack, first off, you see this, right? SRT with the Hellcat logo, whereas on the Scatpack it shows you the B emblem, which is the Scatpack logo. And then here I checked that video to make sure. My old 2018 Scatpack, over here it says Dodge with a red sign, you know, those red I think, what is it, a red and white stripe. So it doesn't say SRT, it says Dodge on the Scatpack, right? Same pedals, everything the same. And actually I didn't have that much leather, but you can order it on the Scatpack. You can get the same premium audio system like I have here. I had sunroof, I had carbon fiber. I'm not sure if I had it here. I think I only had it here, but I'm not 100% on that. I didn't have this one. I'm pretty sure that's memory seats. But the speedometer is different. I'm pretty sure mine was not red dials. And of course, when you the difference here is that, hold up one second. So another big difference is that you get 2 keys, right? You get the red key and you get the black key. So this limits you to 500 horsepower output. This gives you the maximum 717. And of course I have remote start, a remote, you know, I can open the trunk. But for now, let's just hide this because I want to show you the screen. That's another difference. So when you push this to start, I see it has the logo, Hellcat logo, and then here it says SRT, which was absent from on the Scatpack. And then the major difference is this panel over here. The bottom panel was the same, like, you know, it's your climate control, right? AC, you know, recycling. But here, see, we have SRT, we have launch. Like, I think these 2 buttons, that's the difference. So if you click this SRT twice, it gives you this. So it starts in auto, and for some reason my car, when it came, its steering was at sport mode, and it was really heavy. So finally I decided to change it. So this is this button over here, custom setup. No, wait a second, not this one. Auto. Yeah, it defaults in auto. So auto steering was in sport mode, and then you click here, audio auto setup. You see, and you can change, let's say steering, it was sport. I did it like this, and then when you go back, it saves it. But then it gives you these options like custom, right? You can do whatever you want. Traction, suspension, steering, and you can do sport. Power, you see power? 500, right? And you can do track. And that track was missing on the Scatpack. Scatpack, I only had sport and I think default. That's it. I don't think I even had, I might have custom, but I'm not 100%. So, and then yeah, you have launch control. I don't think I had that one on Scatpack. Maybe I did. But now let's hide this key. because you see I'm using this clever Faraday pouch. And so let's hide the black key inside the pouch so that the car and the bad guys cannot read it. So now we have, and of course the keys, the same SRT with Hellcat logo. And so you only get black keys with the Scatpack. Now once we have the red key out, let's put it like this and let's see what it says. Oh, nothing. Or you see right now, so it was able to read the red key, so 717, and it went into, oh yeah, and that's another thing. When you do this, when you double press SRT, it goes into custom right away. Like if you don't want that, you just basically click on apps here, and it has SRT mode, which again was, I think you can unlock it on Scatpack. I know some guys did that. You can buy a gadget that unlocks that SRT. You can add it for like, I don't know, a couple $100. But you see, that's what I have now. I have street, pedal shifters on. You can turn them off if you don't want to, right? And you can change from you see track, sport, street. So again, I think track was absent on and also here, even with the red key, I can choose power. I can switch to 500 still with the red key. But we'll just try 717. I'm just gonna drive. Oh shoot, I forgot my head mount camera. I mean my head mount. So I wanted to drive a little bit with the 717, but I don't think I brought it with me. But pretty much those are the differences, right? So a couple of signs, decals, but mostly it's the engine that you cannot see and the software to power that engine and all these modes. And then this one, dashboard, is also different. Like I didn't have this on the Scatpack. You see here, it's like you have one page from where you can go to performance pages. Of course, I did have performance pages, but just by themselves. This is my favorite app because it shows you when you're driving. Yeah, it shows you like this. I see dyno, engine, G-force, what's home power. It'll show you your HP, acceleration. I think that's what I had. That's my favorite one. That will show you PSI. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, so it'll show you horsepower, torque, and PSI. I'm guessing boost, or maybe it's oil pressure. Power, torque. Oh, boost pressure. Oh yeah, wow, it shows you boost pressure. This is really cool. Yeah, man, too bad I left my head mount on.